Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
2nd and 6.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Perry. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe you're like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Jets defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're arming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they'll get to him right away at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Back to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that level, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19, 18.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. In motion comes the tight end left.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! From 19 yards away.
And the Jets have taken the lead. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready, ready.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. First down now, but that clock rolling.
60 Bison.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And down to the 41.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
79 Broncos.
On play action, they'll throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
Johnson's kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Open man is Waddle complete.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one.
And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 31 yards there to 1st down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Okay, break. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18,
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit.
Johnson's kick is good,
and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that 1st half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
A.T. Perry.
75 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. And Johnson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
And now here's another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 17. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Check smash, check smash. Ready, ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw here.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And my goodness, another interception. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Ready, get.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
18 Rattler.
They'll set up to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Jets 36, Dolphins 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Achane on the counter.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah,
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Anthony Schwartz.
59 yards.
And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. 2nd and 13. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
There he goes, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for our Jets. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Schwartz halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So Big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here's a quick throw right side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Johnson for the extra point try. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, they'll throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got a man, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. Fourth down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top